The following program is produced through the community television facilities of Saugus TV. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of Saugus TV, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hello, my friend. This is again another episode of this return of the Disgruntled Italian. That is a show we all know. We are criticizing the administration, starting from the big honcho all the way to whoever I believe he makes things wrong. So here it is. So before I start that one, I would like to answer a probable question that the guys, that people watching my podcast might do, and they formulated because I never really got really hangry or where I says, where's the disgruntled Italian here? The guys that's supposed to hit the roof. Well, no. I don't like to be super duper disgruntled. I am disgruntled. I don't hit the roof because I never have any Tylenol with me and my head is delicate. So, excuse me. So what I do, it's like having a conversation with you. I would like to, some people that they like to make question, they can formulate their question, even if it's a negative question, even if it's something they wouldn't say normally, to my email address, which is the disgruntleditalian@gmail.com. Okay, so today I would like to just touch up on the event of the assassination at the school in Utah. Well, Pete Hegseth, I should say, is, I think he's doing the wrong thing because he wants to punish all the officers, can be as high as general, as low as a soldier. They formulated what they think on the event, and knew in this case it might be the villain and who will be the victim. In reality, what he's doing is hampering the power of free speech. These people, first of all, he wants to punish soldiers and officers, but these two involved in that awful action of assassination and the victim, that they are not even part of the military. So, what is this getting hot and bothered with that? It's never happened before. So, nobody questioned a free expression. Okay. It feels like offensive? Well, maybe it's got no foundation, and maybe it does. We don't know, considering that today's media does no longer have the reliability of the medias of 50 years ago, on this good old time of the Watergate scandals, just to mention one. So, Pete Hegseth, get off the horse, go home. Probably is better because you're not good with that stuff. You just continuing gaslighting and patting your own shoulders. That doesn't work. It's not the leader. No, a leader doesn't do that. And what I'll talk about, it's another guy that we have. It's called Patel. Okay. The English language is my second language. When I hear a word, it open up images of other things. And when I hear the word cash, I look at the greens, the dollar bills, cash. Patel is millions of people have that last name. It's very common. And so is this guy that's running the FBI. He keeps making mistakes left and right. Is not good. You can fire people at will. You're not the one that's supposed to do that. You're just suggesting, okay? Because there are people below you, they know much, much more than you. They can foresee 500 steps ahead, while you can foresee maybe one or two. So let them do their work, okay? Don't put in any politics. And that is the same thing for Pam Bondi, that she seems to be with this white armor on a white horse defending Trump. Come on, Pam. Get off the horse and do the things the way it's supposed to be done, and they were done for hundreds of years. This is not about you, okay? And the same for the other two characters. It's not about them, all right? This is about the way we have a good governance. This is about the people. Make sure that the people, they are protected the way they should be, not the way you think it should be. You're just another individual, okay? Even if I'm talking about all three of you. That's that. At least double check with other that they have much more knowledgeable than you do, okay? Just being a lawyer doesn't mean much. You gotta be a lawyer with experience. Gray hair, that's where the experience come in. Gray hair, my friend. Well, not quite. Not my friend. No. So, this is me. Should I get mad? Yes, I am mad. But, is somebody expecting for me to say, this guy, they shouldn't be there? No, it's not my style. I am disgruntled. But I think I try to do it in a civilized way. Okay? Then if somebody wants to retaliate on me, go right ahead. I went through my life. I'm 77 years old. I went through my life a lot of stuff. And it's not the case to get me like, oh, I'm scared. They're going to... No, doesn't matter, really. So, now, we're going to, I will say that Mr. Kesh Patel was today I think it is going to be in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee, okay? I will say this much to him as a suggestion from a regular guy that just makes his end meet by doing work, honest work, hard work, okay? I would just say to him, don't snob them. They are doing this one because it's their job to make sure that the country is got a well-governed team. So if every now and then, this individual in this team or administration, they should appear to somebody to account for what they're doing. And not to go over there and snob them, say, oh, you can do nothing to me. No, be serious, okay? Answer the question. And if you feel the question it's not quite right, say your opinion first and then answer the question. I'm supposed to tell you guys? I can't believe this. But that's evidently where we are. Thanks to Trump, okay? It seems to be that it's very consistent. He never make a mistake in the second and in the first administration when he chose the individual to be part of their administration. He constantly always picked people that they are not fit for the job, okay? I don't know how he gets that one accordingly to his view. He gets that one always right. To me, it's always wrong. At least make a mistake. Get somebody smart sometime. That will help the country. That's a matter of fact, as you remember, Mr. Trump, you wasn't invited to the famous meeting in China. They snubbed you. They do no longer consider you and United States something to be respected either by the morale of the rules or by the power that the nation has. It's gone. You destroy it. Okay? It will take a long time to rebuild it. It's long if we don't make another electoral mistake. So, now, Patel, it seems to be criticized for his handling. I'm reading a couple of lines from the ABC article. The suspect, okay, Patel has been criticized for his handling of the Kirk investigation, sharing on social media at one point that the suspect was in custody, but having to backtrack an hour and a half later. But Patel has stood by his performance, touting the fact that the FBI caught the Kirk suspected shooter in less than 36 hours. First of all, Mr. Patel, that just to rush, and it's like a sprinting sport action to see how fast you can get it. It doesn't give you any extra, really. There was just a luck, and that wasn't you got it at the first try. It took you more than one try. Now put yourself in the family member of this guy that you put up on the eyes of the public. What the family is going to go through. What the people are going to... So, you see, as I said before, 500 feet ahead, you can't see that far. You see maybe 1 or 2 feet ahead. So what is good for you and for the administration? That's it. So that is ridiculous, okay? I don't understand how that an individual like Kash Patel could possibly do such a gross mistake. I mean, come on. It's not the case. Unless somebody whisper in your ears how to act, what to say, what to do, and the firing of these three very experienced people that they lead in their own section of the FBI, why did you fire them? How that's possible? Who told you that? Are you in a level to be able to criticize and be correct these people after all these many years they're over there? You want to make us believe that they are just incapable? Come on, that's ridiculous. Okay. So, and there was so much to do. Plus, you have another thing about transparency. You're leading the FBI. The FBI is an investigative section of the government, of the administration. Sometimes things cannot be said just because are not the right time, because it's not quite clear what's going on, and you can be transparent as sometimes the people would like to ask. Okay? And I understand that opacity, it could hide something sinister. Yes, but it still is gotta be somebody be able to make that decision and make that decision accordingly to, not Trump, accordingly to the Constitution. That's because we are a nation of laws and rules, not of individual and personalities. I don't know how else I can explain this to them, but my friend, that you give me your time and listen to what I say, I'm sorry. At certain point I said so many times that I feel boring. But as you understand, there are other peoples in the position of power that doesn't seem to penetrate your thick skull. Their thick skull, I'm sorry. I apologize on that. So that is a situation that it's almost like an administration from coming out from the Looney Tunes. You remember, guys, the old show, the Looney Tunes? Huh? That's right. It seems like that the Roadrunner never get caught by the wily coyote, the sinister guy that wants to have a good meal. So it is starving. So this is the administration, never gets the things right. So and they keep messing up. God, right now there is the tune that goes into my mind about the Looney Tune. When I was a kid, and I loved watching that show. And when the opening tune comes up, oh, to me it was like, well, okay, we got some more of those views, some more of the story with Sylvester, Tweety, and everybody else, the whole gang. Maybe some other people say there was violent, but that I believe the violence was so much highlighted so strongly, so that the kids hopefully understand that that's just cartoonish stuff. It's not real life. Okay, so let's going on. Now we have J.D. Vance. It's another guy. He's hoping that somehow Trump will be unable to do his presidential job, which he was unable since 2016, but unfortunately the rules are so lax that he can still be on. So J.D. Vance waiting until he will no longer, he will no longer be able to do his job, that he's so blatantly they can finally took him with the chapter 25th of the Constitution, of the amendment of the 25th Amendment of the Constitution, that he can be removed and he can snuck right in, you know. Well, but that's me thinking, you know, a little bit like what's the right word here for that way of thinking? An elaborate thinking. It's a different word that I was thinking, but whatever. And this is it. So, and then let's see what else we say. This article says, okay, that's right. That they say now the report of here says that they're making for a comparative sex. The Boston bombing that took them about 36 hours to find the culprit or whoever put the bomb and did it. I still remember. It's a dark chapter, and we should never forget. So, well, in reality, yes, Kash Patel was faster if he followed a nudge, but you can't do that with the FBI. They have that they don't follow hunch, they follow act, they follow fact, they follow the truth. So that's very important. That small difference, and obviously we have Donald Trump standing behind Patel, telling to, guess where? Fox News. On Saturday that I am very proud of Kash Patel and everyone else. They have done a great job. Really. Is the gaslighter in chief. I learned this term gaslighting from my son. My son one time is telling me, "Dad, you're gaslighting." And I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea. So I asked him, and I don't remember. I don't think I think he was caught by surprise when I asked him. So I don't remember him telling me giving me an explanation on the spot. He came in, I think, later with an SMS, which was nice. So finally I learned another thing about the English language. So, and I think I will keep learning until I will have no more life on me, I suppose, until I die. But that's okay. I love challenges, and this is one of them that I will live with it forever. So, And we have some other things were going on this week forward. Let's see what my news thing says over here. Okay. Say so. There is a highlighted 3.5 line that says Vance says left-wing extremism helped lead to Charlie Kirk's killing. Geez, I would like for him to prove that. How that happened? Okay. Geez, first of all, the guy that did the killing, what was his name? Oh, I don't. Names are a bad things for me because it's not that I remember them easily. So the guy that kill the 22 years old boy that killed the influencer is a 22 years old. He got caught into a web of probably web counselor, bad information, and he got caught in that. The guy has no record of any kind. So, not that that will excuse him, no. But after we analyze these guys, okay, after we analyze him, okay, why don't we take a peek of what this Kirk was? Now, we know from what has been said on the media that he was a racist, okay, white supremacist, and misogynist. I wonder, these three words keep coming up into the administration and their character. But that's okay. So he was those. And they especially the Republican in this case, they say, oh, he was going from school to answer the question of the students have. Yeah, because what? You guys stopped teacher to teach the students, so you need somebody to come go school to do that? And that it's okay. But the teacher, which is certified to teach, that's not okay. Hypocrisy is a big chapter in those guys. Anyway, so why was it going from school to school? That's because he was not there to answer the question. The question is a pretext to try to teach them, and I would say as much as brainwashing them of their new philosophy, the one that it's imaginary, okay? Telling them things about whatever question they have, telling them what's convenient and promote their own agenda, not telling them what's historically true. No. So this guy is an influencer. Yes, he probably is, because the influencer, we know what that means. But in which side it was? I believe, from what I read on the news, both sides, because I don't read only one, both sides, okay, I believe that this guy was going around to brainwash those young people with their mind that's ready to be modeled accordingly to their experience and to what they hear from people that they assume they know better. So that's to me, it's not an influencer. It's a propagandist, one that promote propaganda, the propaganda of the current administration, which is dictatorship. Make sure that the rich get richer, just like a favorite sentence from my favorite senators. One is from Vermont and the other one is from Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. So the richer get richer, which some of them they still have a shred of honesty and say, we don't need any more money. We want to pay our taxes. So if they want to do that, why don't let them? Okay? I understand. Because in your mind is the fact that money is never enough. And therefore, if the Pope, John Paul II, and all the others said that it will not be ever trickle down, ever. There will be something that's called like labor, that the rich are manipulating and working to the bone, so that they gonna be so tired at the end of the day, they won't gonna have anything to do with the politics, because it's a waste of time. They gotta rest so they can be ready for the following day to go to work and put in a full-time job of 8 hours or maybe more, and then another half-time job in somewhere else for another 4 or 5 hours, which I did it myself for decades, okay? And I know the feeling when you go home. You don't want to hear anything. You just want to get ready for the following day so you can get your check from both places and you can get the money that you pay into the Social Security and the Medicare. You paid into it so that you can use when you retire, if they allow you to retire. Because there are power lever that they make sure that you're not retiring. I'm 77 and I still have to work, okay? So that manipulation behind the scene is going on, and that's flourishing even as I speak. And when they say socialism, they don't mean socialism ideologically, which they don't even know what it is and how it works. They mix it up with socialism and communism because it's the same things. If the word ends with ism, so is capitalism, and with that one. So the difference is one is a private one and the other one is a government one. So, but they both capitalize. One is to enrich themselves and one is to enrich the nation so they can distribute some of the wealth. Socialism, it allows the property, everyone to have their own home, their own house, their own appliances, everything. They don't have to share with the next one. They can sell their crops at the price they want to. That's with socialism, no problem. The army is also based on socialism principle. The army. And Mr. What's his name over there? Pete Hegseth is even making it more. Out of all the things, huh? All right, so guys, this is my opinion, my idea that I gave you today. Okay, there are more. There are another one, a question that I formulated in the last podcast, but I didn't answer because it's something that has to be on its own. And the question was, where's the union? Where are they? They cannot possibly selling everything out. These people must let them know to the American worker that they are alive and well and they are kicking. Okay? So, this is the question. Not an answer, it's a question. Please, where are you? And let the American people know. That's important. That's also you people, you can, with other forces, you can save our democracy. Even though it's already tainted, it's already weakened. It creates some fear, but we cannot cave in fear. No cave in on fear. Fear is working against the democracy. So we have to be courageous. If that sometime requires for us to do sacrifice in our history, United States history, history of other countries like Italy, Germany, Spain, France, England. They all spill blood, they all sacrifice so that the union have a voice on what is going to be done and be done to the labor force. It's important. One worker alone cannot fight the employer because they have opposite interest. Not because one is bad, the other one is good. That's BS. They have opposite interest. And we know that interest is something that it's equated on money, and money, it's to a certain level establish the quality of life. Because beyond that one, those are the morals inside us that makes us living with ourselves peacefully or with ourselves always regretting. So, and with this one, my good friend, I will say the return of the disgruntled Italian, and the disgruntled Italian itself is ready to say until the next time, with the next podcast and the next issue, I would like to say arrivederci, ciao e grazie a tutti voi. Thanks to all of you for listening to me. It's a privilege I will never underestimate. Thank you. Bye.
The preceding program was produced through the community television facilities of Saugus TV. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of Saugus TV, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.